Alright guys, how you doing? Rotoman here on the Las Vegas Strip. Just kind of cruising around here. Today's topic is where there's smoke, there's not necessarily fire. You know, I was in a situation recently where I saw a guy's reputation get ruined by a woman, and the basic situation is that she was sowing doubt in the guys, in everybody's mind. Hey, NYC, how you doing, man? What's going on? Yeah, so you know, like, this girl was ruining this guy's reputation, right? Basically saying that what she was doing was, hey, yo, how you doing? She was sowing doubt in everybody's mind about this guy, right? That he had done this or done that, right? Now, it was totally not true, but she was an expert at sowing doubt, right? And so what the thing is gets me is every time I see some guy's reputation get ruined, it's always on this kind of stuff. It's like you know, like, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I think I want to say this. I want to do a shout out to the guys, because I think it's easy to fall into this one, you know, where you also think where there's smoke, there's fire, right? And I'll tell you something, if you're not that experienced, it's easy to believe that, you know, because you think, well, hey, you know, fuck, there's a lot of doubt around this situation, you know, there's this guy who doesn't look right, or he's not dressed right, or, you know what I mean? Like, you got to protect yourself, right? There's some things, you got to look for red flags in life, right? You got to figure out what's real, what's not real, you know? And so you tend to take a shortcut, right? So shortcuts like, say, hey, the dude has a fucking cheap clothes on, he probably has no money, right? He's got a cheap car, he's probably got no money. So that's the way we run our lives, is we basically try to shortcut things so we don't have to think too hard, right? Like, you go to the supermarket, you see some fucking toothpaste, you don't think, hey, this could be poisonous, this could be nuclear waste. You think, oh no, I'm in the supermarket, it says Crest on the fucking container, you know, it's probably fucking safe, you know? And that's the way we run our lives, and that's how we kind of save time in life, is by just basically looking at clues, so that we don't have to, like, take the fucking, you know, we don't have to take the toothpaste, you know, down to the fucking chemist to have him, you know, analyze it, right? Chemically analyze it, you know. So the thing is, but the thing is that backfires on you when it comes to your personal life and people's reputations, because what people do is tend to do, like, say in families, is somebody will, like, have an agenda, right? She'll have an agenda, and she'll say, okay, I want to, like, get control of the kids or something, right? So they'll be saying, you know, she'll say, oh, you know, you know, he did something one time, you know, was not so, you know, not so good, you know. And then if you tell kids that, kids believe anything from their parents, right? They're like little kids, right? They're like, oh yeah, you know, he did this one thing, you know, one time, you know, I don't want to tell you what it is, you know, like, oh, okay, well, what is it, you know, like, but it's like, oh, okay, he did something wrong, and the kids tend to think, so you got the girl doing something, trying to ruin your reputation, right? And she's got an agenda, right? So basically what it is a fucking, okay, here's the deal. It's like a trap. It's like a Chinese finger trap. I don't know if you've ever seen those. Once you stick your finger in, you can't get it out, right? So you're screwed anyway, because she's got an agenda. This is what young guys don't realize, and I didn't realize until recently, is that, you know, like, for example, okay, here's the situation. A girl could make something up, right, and totally lie her ass off, but this is pretty rare. What a smart woman will tend to do is she will wait for something real. So let's say that you actually do mess up on something, right? So you do something wrong. Okay, so then she will take that, but she will use it for her agenda. So she had this agenda anyway. So she wanted to get control of the kids, or she wanted to do this, or she wanted to make you look bad, you know, she wanted to make you not do something or not go away on the weekend. So she'll take that thing that you did wrong that's real, and then she'll use that for an agenda. She'll start to brainwash, tell her kids about it. She'll try to get everybody else involved. And so basically back up. And the reason why the other people believe it is because the where there's smoke, there's fire idea. So the other people were like, well, you know, she's super pissed off about this. It must be true, right? You know, it must be, you know. And then they'll tend to go along like, hey, I can't trust that guy, you know. So we're going to go with whatever this, what should I do, right? And she's like, oh, well, you should definitely not do that. Oh, okay. Basically, so they walk right into her trap. So society and human beings, because we're designed to ping off other people. That's the way we evolved. That's why you don't want to hang out with bad guys. Because when you hang out with bad guys, what happens is that you also ping off them, and you also do the same actions or similar actions, or you can write off actions that are not so bad because that guy's worse and this and that. And that's why you don't want to hang out with bad people. And the reason why you will hang out with good people who are doing cool shit is because that will motivate you, and also you'll feel bad if you're not doing well, because you'll be like, man, that guy just, he just did this fucking company, artificial intelligence, guy's kicking ass, he's doing that, that guy's doing, that guy's doing a successful this, or this guy's doing that. And it's like, that will also motivate you to want to do well, but also you'll ping off them. So when they're doing good things, you'll be like listening to these conversations, and you'll be picking up new ideas, and you'll ping off them, and you'll think, I also want to do good. That's right, I want to do this cool thing, I want to do this good thing, right? So you ping off other people. So when a bad person, a manipulator, is trying to get her agenda, for example, through in the family, she'll create doubt, she'll create smoke, right? And then that kind of like instinctual thing that you have inside of you, where you don't take the Crest toothpaste to the chemist because you don't have time for it, right? You just buy it, use it, fucking brush your teeth, right? Well, that same mechanism is used against you in this case, because all of a sudden you are like just taking her word for it, right? Because you're like, oh, must be true, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? She's saying this thing, the guy must be this and that, or I don't know how true it is, but basically I'll take 50%, right? So as a thinking person, I really want to say to you guys is you got to have some kind of red line in your mind where you say, you know what, where there's smoke, there's not always fucking fire, And I'm not stupid enough to believe that. So you tell me what you're trying to say, or you don't. Don't fucking hint about it. Like, tell me, okay, you think this guy's no good. Like, what exactly did he do? Tell me the specifics, like what day, what time, how much, this and that. Show me what proof you have, right? So don't let people suck you into their agendas, because they create doubt. There's a great book about creating doubt, and it's like the way that you manipulate people in propaganda on TV is because you create doubt. So you just say, oh, maybe democracy is not that great, you know what I mean? Or maybe this company's not so great, right? And then that doubt is so insidious, because you move forward based on that doubt. You think your human nature is like, oh my God, I better watch my ass on this one, because I got doubt now, right? I got fucking doubt about this, right? So that's exactly how, for example, in a family, a woman will manipulate all the family to do what she wants. Basically, she creates where there is smoke, there's fire, and everybody buys into it. That's the crazy thing about it, man. Everybody buys into it, So don't buy into it. Like, have your natural instinct when you hear a story about somebody, is you're like, I don't know, man, I never heard that. You just ask yourself, is this true? Would I base my life on this? Like, no, I don't know, I never heard that before. All of a sudden a new idea is being filtered into my monkey brain, because, like, let me think about this one, let me fucking really think about this. Is this something that makes sense? Is this something that, you know what I mean? Like, am I being manipulated, right? Really? That's basically what it is in the end. You're thinking, wait, just a second, am I being manipulated? Okay, so how do you maintain this level of vigilance in your life? Because the people that you love, okay, your own family, could be trying to fucking fuck you over, right? The biggest thing you can do to yourself is don't fall into it. Okay, so for example, here on the strip, right, there's a lot of scammers as I'm walking by. There's a lot of people begging for money, selling fake tickets, doing all kinds of bullshit, trying to get your money, right? Telling you stories about Vegas, blah, blah, blah. The scams are just endless on this street, okay? I love this strip, okay? Don't get me wrong. I fucking love it. But there's a lot of scammers on this strip. So if I sit down with one of these scammers and I believe their stupid story, and then I start to give them money, I'm part of the problem, because now I'm funding this evil guy to go do his future deeds, right? Or this girl, right? So you're not blameless in this thing. You have to have a brain and not support shit like this, right? So you don't want to support it in your own family, you don't want to support it in society, because you're saying, wait a second, you're always like using your brain, you're always thinking, is this true? Do I believe this? Like, okay, you just spend like 20 seconds thinking about it, and you can filter out most of the time someone's trying to manipulate you, change your opinion, get you on their bandwagon, and you know, take the information. You know, sometimes it's useful information, often it's presented unfairly, and it's presented like in a way that makes the person look really bad when it's not really true. But it doesn't take that long, and the thing is, it's like muscles, right? And like yoga, you know, the more you go to yoga, the more flexible you get, and eventually your body's completely different, right? It's not like you're not stretching it out, like you're actually different now. Your body is flexible and supple, right? Same with muscles. You lift weights, eventually you get fucking strong, right? All those muscles get torn, those fibers, and they grow back strong every time. So eventually it becomes real. So the difficulty that you have is not being sucked into someone's agenda is a muscle that's going to be very, very useful in your future. It's one of the most useful things, is to be able to control your own destiny, is to not be part of someone else's destiny, someone else's plan. So you're like an unwitting fucking robot for some other person that's trying to get their agenda through, right? You do not want that. And also, I take it a step farther and I say, you also don't want to have an agenda and get other people into it, because when you do that, you're basically their slave, right? You got to have them following you and all this bullshit. So don't be a fucking slave master, and don't be a slave. Either one. Be a free man. And the only way you stay free and you help society is by not falling into this bullshit, and not, you know what I mean, not falling prey where you're giving them money, you're giving them time, you're giving them support, because when you do that, you're part of the problem. And that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes, right? Rona man, right now, I'll tell you right now, it's okay to make mistakes, but you want to make as few mistakes as possible, especially with stuff like this, where you're the one person that they can't fool, they can't trick. You're like, I know what's going on, you know? You're like, I will not buy into that, that's bullshit. I know that guy, there's no way he would do that. If I find out any kind of facts, I will take it seriously, but right now, I don't believe that at all, because I don't see any proof of that. And there's smoke, there's not fucking fire, because it's so easy to ruin someone's reputation. It is so easy, you gotta know that. It's because of your own weakness, your own monkey brain, you know, that falls into it. So we got a lot of scammers here, kind of scammers endlessly. They're usually pretty funny, trying to get you into some fucking, you know, whatever the fuck they're doing. It's always, you know, all the kind of things you can give your money to on the Vegas Strip. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, get the likes going. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, is that right? All right. MGTOW town. All right, cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm here having a fucking great time with some family members, and we're fucking really enjoying it, you know? I don't fall into this stuff. I enjoy it. I enjoy the excitement. I don't mind the scammers. I don't hate the scammers. I don't hate the manipulating girls, because I don't let them ruin my life. I don't suck. I don't fall into their stuff. So I can kind of take it easy. I'm like, hey, that's cool, you know. Everybody's got a job. Everybody's got a way of making money, you know. It's cool. It's not my way, you know. I'm not into that. But hey, I don't fall into it. So I don't have that kind of burning resentment. You don't want to be the angry guy who gets sucked into everything on other people. You're like building muscles every day to be smarter, more logical. You know, like, don't be a fucking, you know, where when you follow somebody, you're actually part of the, you know what I mean? You're part of the army that's affecting other people. And I did that in my 20s. I know for sure. I know for sure. So I'm speaking from experience, right? But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and hope you guys have a good day. And I know I'm going to. It's getting warm out here in Vegas. Fucking loving it, and I'm super stoked to be here. So take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later.